South by Southwest. Incredible. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Really quick, if you're new here, my name is Maria. I'm a junior at Texas A&M University, so I'm a full-time college student and I make a lot of college and lifestyle content. So if you're into that, make sure to hit subscribe. So actually our spring break just ended. This spring break I got to go to South by Southwest. If you guys aren't familiar with South by Southwest, it is a big conference slash festival held every March in the capital of Texas, in Austin. And I'm actually from right around there. I'm from Central Texas. So I actually got the opportunity to come to South by Southwest as a developmental opportunity through my student worker position at A&M. It was my first time at South by Southwest as a badge holder. So I pretty much just wanted to talk about my experience going as a student. The thing that's really cool about it, not only is that the people from all around the world, but like people in all kinds of different like levels of entrepreneurship and business and media, involved in different like industries. Such a conglomeration of everyone who's in media like coming to this conference, and it's just very cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go through like highlight the people that I really thought were interesting, give my 2 cents on the whole thing as a student, like from a student perspective. So the conference aspect of South by Southwest specifically has 3 tracks, and it's interactive, film, and music. My badge was the interactive badge, and that gives you access to a whole set of sessions and speakers. Aside from that, there's also like exhibitions, trade shows, people who come and show off new products, like future technology products, very like innovative and very future oriented and very like this is the future.
I might be the worst, but you know the best. You drive the car, I'll do the rest.
So let's talk a little bit about the interactive conference itself. The way I describe it to people is pretty much it's all these people in media, literally not just all over the country, but all over the world. They all work in media in some way. There's so many different industries, like people working in social media, marketing, branding, sports, global impact, social stuff, social media aspects, film, music, television, radio. But in short, it's a huge networking and connective experience. I specifically found it to be very, very thought-provoking and inspiring to see people who have been successful and kind of built whatever they've been able to build. You can feel it in the energy, like in the room. It's a lot of creatives, a lot of media oriented people I can like really relate to as far as like a career path and career aspiration. It's cool to see people who are actually doing it and actually have done it and like taken all these steps and can like share kind of like how they got there, because every story is different. Some people were actors, some people came from not anything but an idea, people who didn't go to college. Anything you can think of is at South by Southwest. I really think that anyone remotely interested or curious about media in any way could find something that interests them, because there's so much happening every day, every hour of the conference in its entirety and within its tracks. If you're going, you really have to take a look at the app and like on the website, like ahead of time, like plan out your day, because sometimes there's stuff that you want to go to that's going on at the same time and you're like I don't know, like you have to choose like what's more important to you, because I didn't even know until I did it myself. So I'll link the website down below if you want to check it out, just to like learn a little bit more about South by Southwest. They also have a YouTube channel. They have like pretty much like promo videos of different conference tracks and things like that. I know it is kind of confusing and there's a lot that goes into such a big conference like South by Southwest. And they also have, you know, keynote speakers, featured speakers, different kind of session formats, mentors from specific companies that you're interested in working for, that come and literally have like 15 to half an hour mentor sessions with individuals. So if you're interested in all that kind of thing, like networking specifically, it's a great networking opportunity. Yeah, there's a whole networking aspect. What I really enjoyed a lot about the conference was the keynote speakers, because I am someone who can really just sit in a room and absorb so much knowledge and wisdom and energy from people who have so much valuable information to share. I love just listening and like taking my notes. Let's see, this is literally my note of notes that I took throughout, like things that were like important to me. Of course, I was there to harness skills and knowledge and ideas that I could take back and apply to my student worker position. Like that's the whole developmental aspect of going as a student through A&M anyways. So if you are a student and you're in like my kind of same boat, I would encourage you to like go to your department and see if they have any programs like that. Luckily A&M does honestly a lot for their students, so I was lucky to have this opportunity. But yeah, that was my whole thing, is to get things that I could apply back to where I work on campus, because it's media based and I work in marketing and communications. Aside from that though, I did get to go and like see people that just for me, like as a personal individual, that I wanted to see. The first thing on my schedule was a live viewing of Pretty Basic, the podcast, Alicia Marie and Remy Ashton. And so that's their podcast, Pretty Basic. I got to literally sit front row and listen to them talk about kind of their journeys to their kind of success in their businesses that they've kind of developed as YouTubers and as, you know, influencers. And it's honestly just very interesting, first of all, to see them in real life. Like Alicia's so tall and Remy has just like a very cool, like chill vibe, and like we would be friends, honestly, truly. I also got the opportunity to see Rachel Hollis, which now I'm like more than halfway through her book, because I just fell in love with her when I was listening to her talk. And she is the New York Times best-selling author of the like New York Times best-selling book, Girl Wash Your Face. She's a great coach, and someone actually told me about her before the conference, but I didn't realize that she was going to be there. So like they do book signings and things like that, and she came and talked. The audience gets to ask questions to her as well, and it's just a very, very cool energy. And the thing that she said that really stuck with me was that you're not going to get anywhere if you're not aiming anywhere. She said if you don't have an idea of what you're going to be like, or if you don't have some sort of idea of what you want to be like, the person that you want to be in like 5 years, 10 years, then you can just look at yourself today and assume that you're going to be the same. How can you expect to become something that you can't even fathom right now, you can't even imagine or dream up right now, you know? That just made a lot of sense to me. It was very inspiring. Take it for what it's worth.
Have your heart start to go, what if maybe I could, what if?
Her talk was just very geared toward like going for what you really believe that you should do, what you feel like you're called to do. Anyways, and then another thing that she said that I really liked was like new levels and new devils. So like if you're progressing along anything in your life, you know, there's gonna be new challenges that come along with that. You can't be prepared for everything that life throws at you, but I just loved what she said. So inspiring, great woman. I can't wait to finish her book. And she's also based out of Austin too, fun fact. I would love to run into her on the street one day or something. Another highlight of the conference for me was getting to see another kind of keynote speaker, Gwyneth Paltrow, talking about entrepreneurship and kind of Gwyneth's journey with her brand Goop. They have a podcast and they have an online digital media company. That was cool. It was a super, super long line. We were so lucky to get in. I'm pretty much obsessed with Gwyneth Paltrow now, and I wasn't before, so it was great to learn about what she does aside from, you know, being an A-list actress, a very well accredited professional in that right, but now she's like branching into other things, which is very awesome. And similarly, kind of along the lines of what Zoe Saldana is doing. And I also got the pleasure to see her. I mean, I was one of the last like 15 people that they let in, like squeeze in. So I was in the back, but it was still so cool to like listen to her talk. And she literally made me cry because she was so passionate and so down to earth and just so like real about all of the reasons that she founded her company, Say, which is really geared toward promoting and telling stories of underrepresented groups and minority groups and things like that. Like that's very important to her, and telling stories like in the media through film, television, writing and things like that. So it was awesome to get to hear her go back into her own family life and talk about her children, how this applies to like her career as an actress as well. Like I said, I could sit there and listen to people talk. I could do that all day. I'm a big fan of hers now as well. So other really cool people that I got to hear the Instagram founders speak. So Mike Krieger and Kevin Systrom. They were both on a panel, or not a panel, but they did an interview. Super cool to hear them talk about everything regarding the impact that Instagram has had on life and society. Okay, and not to mention, my very own college had their own pop-up exhibition type thing that they did. They did the Texas A&M Powerhouse, and they held a few different things there. They held a branding session, which I attended because that's perfect for what I work in.
I already know this.
She's the one who's such an edge.
Okay. year I honestly want to go with my friends for part of spring break because it's literally so fun. They have the whole music and film aspect of it. So now I want to talk a little bit about going specifically as a student. I want to expand a little bit more on my experience with that. So throughout the video, you've heard me say that it's super inspiring and I've gained a lot of knowledge and I feel more equipped and everything about that. The energy, great energy, all of that is so true. Every day at South by Southwest is like a new adventure and it's so very cool. At South by Southwest, there are so many pop-up brands on brands on brands everywhere. They give you so much free stuff, free food, all kinds of stuff just to be had, just to be had. LinkedIn came, Lulu, Snapchat was there. They do like pop-up shops, Sony, oh my goodness, so many, Twitter, and they often will like have free food or some sort of free like incentive for you to come into their house and like hear more about their brand and stuff like that. So they literally take these businesses in downtown Austin and there's like this whole strip on Rainy Street where it's just pop-ups and just free stuff and just free alcohol, whatever, everything that I've already named. The only thing is I am not 21. And if you're not 21, especially if you're like wanting to go and you're a freshman, sophomore, so if you're like 18, 19, some of them that have free flowing alcohol will let you in. And you just like have to have an X. Like that literally had to happen at the A&M Powerhouse, even though I'm literally a student and there were like students volunteering there who I knew. They still gave me that X and it's like, okay, I'm not even here for that, but okay, sure, it's fine. But other ones like Twitter and like just other brands, like it's completely up to their discretion, but they just don't want that liability. Like kind of sucks because you don't get to necessarily experience South by Southwest to its full capacity. But if you're aware of that and like you plan for that and stuff like that and you only put stuff that you know you can get into on your schedule, then you're totally gonna get what you paid for. And that's exactly what I did. Like I knew that going in that I wouldn't be able to get into everywhere, but luckily that's not what I was there for. And I really feel that I got my money out of it. The student discount at the time that I bought it was $325. Interactive film or music badge was $325 as a student. But I also got a developmental grant, so I only ended up paying $75. $75 for everything that I just shared with you guys and more that I'm not even putting in this video. Amazing. Look for those programs, look for a way to get some sort of scholarship. If not, I think it's worth it, $325, especially if you're going as a student who's over 21. But that is kind of my whole personal experience as a student going to South by Southwest, and I'm definitely going to be coming back. So yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle will be at the bottom of the screen. You can connect with me there. As always, if you vibe, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you all back on my channel for my next video. Bye.